Hello, Future Cinder here, and I just want to let you know that the Speedpaint is a little bit longer than I expected it to be, just because this was my first attempt at making a piece in Clip Studio Paint. So I was messing around with a lot of the settings because I pretty much forgot how to render in watercolor, and I wanted to try it out again because I've been using airbrush for so long now. And Metabang's blur brush is not that good. But without further ado, here's the audio. There's gonna be background music once I say that it's the end, so thank you for watching in advance. Welcome to another speed paint, this time with a smaller Bianca. There are those of you who are already familiar with her main story, and those who aren't, but a majority of both sides have no idea how Bianca actually became Bianca. So let's dive into that, shall we? Bianca was originally made for roleplay, as are the majority of my quote-unquote core OCs, specifically for Detroit Become Human roleplay. I was very new to storytelling her type of character at the time, so it wasn't the greatest, but I still loved the interaction she had with the other characters. And I started developing her more outside of the roleplay setting, even more so after the RP had ended. It was very much in line with my current character building thought process, where I'm suddenly hit with, but what if this happened? And what if they're like this, because of insert random event here? Just overall hopping between characters and concepts to develop them further. It's like that meme with the guy going crazy, connecting everything on the crime board, but it's characters instead. So I moved Bianca to a main AU with my other former RP characters and set about constructing her, at first omitting the parents, but they'll come back later. One day after school, while dealing with a bout of art block, I got the sudden idea of doing a Grim Reaper AU of sorts, just a random doodle page since I like the white on black monochrome idea, and as I was in the process, Ari came to mind. The idea being the same but in reverse, black hair, white wings. But it wouldn't be in character for Ari to go around stealing souls, so I just made her an angel instead for jokes, much to my friend's dismay. Well, then my brain went into overdrive with logic leaping, asking how the two would be connected and how they'd interact with their polarizing personalities, until a lone thought popped into my head. Just make them siblings. I ended up going with that, and it carried over to the main AU, but they're only half siblings. This is where the parents came in, since before I only had Ari's dad developed, her aunt and uncle were mildly developed, but that's a story for another day. Basically, the process of making the half-sibling family drama resulted in a not-so-great mother figure and an absent father figure on Bianca's part. The mother worked as a prostitute, so that's how she met the father, got pregnant in an effort to make him stay, but was ultimately ditched. Ari's side, meanwhile, was her mother not being ready for an intimate relationship, dad going into the business for gratification, and stopping when Ari's mom finally gave in. Neither of these were ideal relationships, but these situations do happen, and ultimately it's how Bianca and Ari met, fought and grew closer. Now, if you take one look at my feed, you can see how Ari is my favorite, but Bianca's actually a close second. Like several of my favorite OCs, I enjoy writing her because, personality-wise, she's both everything I am and am not. She's one of my inspirations. She and I both struggle conveying emotions properly, especially negative ones, and we can be a bit passive-aggressive at times. But unlike me, she's always had a goal in mind. It slowly evolves over time, yes, but she's driven to reach those goals no matter what. I, on the other hand, have struggled with where exactly I want to go in life since pre-junior high. College, for example, is a daunting reality that's quickly approaching, and I don't even know if I want to go out of state or stay close to family, much less a career I'd be happy spending a majority of my life with. It's one of those steps I don't know if I'm willing to take. Sacrifices in settling for sustainability are definitely a part of adult life, that much has been drilled into my skull. But it scares me. These types of things are definitely why I've grown so attached to storytelling, as not only does it give me exposure to challenging topics like this, it's also a sort of coping mechanism for my own stresses, writing experiences that hopefully others can relate to. Bianca, Ari, and the rest of my OCs are a passion project that will continue to lift me up when I'm feeling down, and I can't wait to share more about them in the future. But with that being said, I think it's time to end this origin story. Thank you guys for watching, stay safe, and have a great rest of your day.